toward July 4th, it looks a lot hotter and we'll have less storms around. It looks like, or fewer storms around. Our temperature right now, 89, feeling like a steamy 103. Here we are with all of our temperatures pretty much getting toward or even a bit above that 90-degree mark at this point, and our feels like temperature is well into the triple digits. On radar, we're just now starting to see our usual pattern that we've been in of scattered showers and storms starting to pop up. You can see some here on the coast of Lake Bourne in St. Bernard. Also some right on the fringes of New Orleans getting into St. Bernard Parish, close to Chalmette and Araby at this point. Couple of small other showers have formed up right around the river and some out over Lake Pontchartrain. So we're starting to see the scattered rain. If you are heading out, an umbrella not a bad idea, or just be prepared for maybe some of that to pass over you. Our temperatures today topping out not too much more because we are expecting, you can see with our model, a big outbreak of the showers and storms. So we're not expecting any particularly strong storms today, but just our usual downpours here and there. This is 5 p.m. and actually it looks like even into this evening, 7 p.m., we might still be wrapping up with at least a bit of rain, and into 9 p.m. things starting to calm down. Tomorrow looks similar, and then we've been talking about into the end of the week, high pressure builds back, which I'll show you in a second, and that will make it hotter, really sizzling for the 4th of July weekend, and a little less rain as well. Tropical outlook, of course, we've been talking about things getting a bit more active, both on the Pacific side and over into the Atlantic around the Gulf. This is the remnants of Barry, and we can put on the satellite imagery now, and you can see there's a lot of moisture out there. The things that we're watching, though, at this point, the only really spot that looks like potentially could develop, and the chance of it is low at this point, is going to be in this general area and not in the next couple of days. We're not talking about even really during the work week, but more so next weekend. We will see. It does look like we have, of course, warm waters, especially out over the northern Gulf right now with those sea surface temperatures in the middle to even upper 80s. Little lower temperatures here off the east coast of Florida, but still plenty to work with if we see low pressure centers drift, whether it will be out to the left or right of the peninsula of Florida. We will see to the east or west. But you can see this weekend, by Friday, our big global models are showing at least some low pressure out over here. Somewhere near northern Florida. So this is for Friday. We have a trough of low pressure, and that low will kind of break off from that. Here is what we're dealing with, though, in Louisiana and Mississippi, a big high. So that's what's going to bring our rain chances down for the weekend and also keep us hot. And this high will be pretty close to our general area, even if we see this low. I'll put it in motion here, break off from that trough, and we will see if we have the Bermuda high building in to kind of nudge it possibly off to the west. Now, this is still very speculative because we're talking about a system that's not really going to be even noticeable until this weekend, or have even a low chance of development by this weekend. But again, our focus really, I think, for our local weather forecast is going to be that big high and the heat from it as we get into the weekend. So whether we see that low pressure get out over the Gulf, and according to the European model, for example, all the way by next week, a week out, it does have some heavy rain over northern Gulf waters. For us, kind of the usual, maybe 1 to 2 or so inches of rain, some higher amounts possible for the coast of Florida. But again, this is all just very early in the game. So looking very quickly back at Tropical Storm Barry's track, if you missed it, it happened over the weekend. It was a tropical storm from late Sunday morning, really until it made landfall as a depression, so not even the full time that it was out here making landfall on Mexico's coast. That happened last night. So not even 12 hours. Andrea also was out there earlier, of course, not over the weekend, but earlier in June. So we've had 2 named storms. The average at this point in the season is 1, but when you look at the accumulated cyclone energy, how powerful were the storms? How long did they last? We're only at 0.6. The average for this point in the year is 2.5. So yes, we've had twice the amount of named storms as average at this point in the season, but only a quarter of the energy. So we're getting those names in, but not quite the energy just yet. Of course, we're just barely through the first month of hurricane season, so a lot could change, but just wanted to update you on what we've seen so far. We'll continue to watch that thing over Florida for you, but at this point, it's just a watch. We don't have any impacts expected here. Moving toward the weekend, you can see the heat really cranking up, especially Friday and Saturday.